anymore. I fixed that shit.
Oh yeah, you got rid of that like 2 episodes ago, right?
No. Red's got rid of Discord around the time he got rid of a 90-pound piece of shit.
Well said.
Oh,
And welcome everyone. Yeah, that's the kind of night this is gonna be.
Wait. Go into more detail. 90-pound
No.
what?
Nope.
So anyway, there was this sub.
Well, first we were talking about the amount of fuckery you could get away with in the Navy before that you probably can't now.
Okay, hit me. Let's go.
Hold on. Let me share my screen. Oh, where the fuck did that thing go?
we
No,
all
'cause-
died in a broken submarine. A broken submarine.
Hey,
A broken submarine.
how many of you
Oh.
people? How many
More
of you
than just
fuckers?
broken, bro. This is more than just broken.
Well, and how many of you fuckers actually looked at the title of this week's show?
Not me. I'm too lazy to.
Yep.
I already knew it was coming because it was breaking news for all week, basically.
Well, it was something kind of interesting, but you got to admit, it did line up with Gilligan's Island rather nicely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Tasty. Your presentation is not important.
I mean, this is pretty important to world news. If you guys haven't
No,
heard.
we're talking about salty sailors.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is where there used to be a time, little children, where the color of the service stripes of your enlisted personnel actually meant something.
What did
other
they
than
used
you
to
just
mean?
being old.
No, well, so the number of stripes. All right, so on this image here, the diagonal stripes along the lower part of the arm is indicative of every 4 years completed on in service.
I thought it was 3.
It's 3 for the Army.
No,
Or for
it-
the Navy.
Am I
It's-
retarded?
no. So this is
Possibly. Echoes.
no
Possibly.
Tasty. This is the difference between the 3 and 4 years. It's 4 years per stripe. It's 3 years per for every good conduct medal.
That's why I got confused.
They used to
It's
line
been a
up.
long week.
Well,
I've been
it's-
getting fucked all week. I'm sorry.
So way back in the day, like Steve McRae's era, the dates used to match up, where it was 4 years for a good conduct medal and 4 years for your service stripe. But they changed it late 90s, early 2000s to 3 years.
Early 2000s, because you could only earn a good conduct medal after every enlistment when I was in it.
Yeah. Which was typically 4 years.
Yep.
So the service stripes remain the same at every 4 years. The color from red to gold on the dress blues used to mean that your most recent 12 years on active duty or in service were good conduct, meaning nothing documented to where you lost rank, lost pay, pretty much no captain's mast, no NJP, or worse.
Yeah.
2 years ago, they changed that to where it's just you've been in for 12 years or more. The good conduct portion of it went bye-bye. You fuckers. But because they did that change, you will never see a majestic motherfucker like that Master Chief anymore. Which, what that means is, so if you see
His
three
entire
around him.
sleeve is just rank.
it's red. So he has been in a fuck ton amount of time. Guaranteed he's at or above the 30-year mark, which you can only go beyond 30 years with special permission from Bupers and Congress, and have to be an E8 or E9 on the enlisted side, or 05 and above on the officer side. But looking at this color, that Master Chief there has gotten in trouble and either lost pay or lost rank in the last 12 years. Ooh, and he's a Fleet Master Chief at that.
Oh no.
Or a Command. Yeah, he's a Commander Fleet Master Chief. Well, yeah, because Fleet gets the gold star for the specialty mark.
So, I count 10 service stripes, so that's 40. Right?
Oh.
So he could be a reservist.
Yep.
Well,
Interesting.
But at the same time, look at that ribbon stack.
Oh, I know.
And is that Dolphins or Surface Warfare on top?
Surface.
That looks like Surface.
Yeah, it's Surface.
Well, so here's the thing. When you get into the Command Master Chief area, Command Master Chief of the boat area, they do waive a lot of the time requirements because we want to keep you. Which that was actually... So my dad retired as an E8, as a single star, like the guy in the glasses there and towards the middle.
I can't say that on air.
Yeah. So that was the pay grade my dad was when he got out. My dad was a nuke machinist mate on submarines. To entice him to stay in, they all but guaranteed the second star, but he also knew that meant going to Cobb School and going back to the boat. Which is why he was like, yeah, no, I'm gone. Fuck you guys. But the really interesting ones are if you go to the, what is that, a musician all the way to the right?
This one?
Or is it an MA? No,
It's
he's
an
an
MA.
MA.
That's Nema.
Yeah, there are some
an MA.
rates where if you scroll down, if you look, he is at above 8 years. There's only a couple of rates where you can make chief that quickly.
My rate's one of them, but it just depends on timing.
Part of it is timing, part of it is also how you join. I was on track to make chief in the 8 to 10 year mark. How I pulled that off is it typically doesn't happen in my rate, but I was set up to do it because when I joined, when I left boot camp, I was an E5. I made E4 less than a year later. I made E5 at my 3.5 year mark. I was dual pinned, arduous sea duty. I just needed to make E6, and then I was all but guaranteed E7 at that point because when I was in, there were still enough senior enlisted that recognized my name, and it would have been a political aspect to it. Unfortunate as that is, yes, name recognition on the Chiefs board matters. Because if you get seen as pretty much a dirtbag first class, the Chiefs talk to each other. You're not going to get through the board in a reasonable amount of time. But because of a lot of the big Navy decisions they were making, I was like, yeah, you know what? If you're going to act like a private corporation, I'm going to go get paid like one.
My Chiefs, so I got an advantage. My Chiefs do like me, but, you know.
Oh, so the investment in the good knee pads helped out?
No, I don't do anything like that. I just talk shit to them, and they kind of like it sometimes. I call one of them my dad, and he gets so mad about it, but it's funny.
Oh, so he likes it when you call him daddy.
I don't call him daddy. No, he
Yes, he
gets
does.
mad about it, but everybody else thinks it's hilarious.
So when he calls him daddy, this is what he hears.
Yep.
You know what, Jay? You know what sound clip I am surprised you don't have? The uwu sound.
Back to world events.
No, the uwu sound from that chick Hannah from a couple years ago.
No, it's all right. I don't need that.
Or Burns, do you have that one?
One moment here.
Because I'm pretty sure someone has it somewhere. And that fucking thing has come up on the YouTube short stream lately, so it's like, God damn
I
it, I
have,
thought that died.
News hot off the presses from the last 24 hours relating to Ukraine.
Uh-oh.
So Russia dropped a bomb on some Wagner Group soldiers. So Prigozhin declared war on Russia and actively has a column marching towards Moscow. All of the
Yep.
Moscow, what's it called? It's like military bases are on fire right now.
Wait, as in burning to the ground.
There's a lot of shit burning around Moscow that's of military significance.
Oh my god!
So Putin finally hit the fuck around level, huh?
And they're finding out as we speak.
Yep.
Yes.
As you can see by this chart, here we have fuck around and here we have find out. As you can see in this portion, the gap is narrowing.
Jared, I may not have the sound effect yet,
And we'll get there.
but I have the video, or a video.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
play it.
Hey, Russia media be like,
This was all
Oh.
part of the plan.
Oh.
Russian media be like right now.
Damn, this from NPR. The owner of Wagner Group private military contractor escalated his direct challenge to the Kremlin on Friday, calling for an armed rebellion aimed at ousting Russia's defense minister. The security services reacted immediately by opening a criminal investigation into Yevgeny Prigozhin. Prigozhin posted a series of angry video and audio recordings in which he accused Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu of ordering a rocket strike Friday on Wagner's field camps in Ukraine, where his troops are fighting on behalf of Russia. Prigozhin said his troops would now punish Shoigu and in an armed rebellion and urged the army not to offer resistance. This is not a military coup, but a march of justice, Prigozhin declared.
oh.
And it's pronounced
They
Wagner.
have Wagner may have just
Yes.
joined NATO.
Well,
No, Wagner's
quite.
still attacking Ukraine.
so
We-
no. So I found an article on BBC where Yevgeny Prigozhin said the evil in the military leadership must be stopped and vows to march for justice. The Wagner Group is a paramilitary organization that has been fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine. In recent months, Prigozhin has been increasingly vocal in his criticism of Russia's military leadership. Ooh.
So now
Yeah.
Russia's fighting a two-way war.
He said who was this? So this Prigozhin in his video recently, he said, "We are of one blood. We are warriors. You mustn't play into the enemy's hands at a time that is difficult for our country."
Ooh.
Hmm.
Britt. Okay, was that good news to bring to the panel about
It is.
the yeah, okay, good.
It is funny news.
I already
Oh,
got it
Okay.
working.
and non-credible defense, if you go on there right now, it's like shitting on them constantly. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Russia has
Oh, and nobody
lost
can find
ability
Putin
to
right
fight.
now. Also, nobody can find Putin right now, if that says anything about the situation.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
He's in the Trump hotel. Just
Oh,
blast it.
gee, whatever will we do? I'm so worried for him.
Yes.
Shall we pray?
Well, here's the crazy thought. Here's something that actually should be considered, and I'm pretty sure Tech has brought this up before. If you remove Putin by violent means, who takes over?
Prigozhin, which is even worse.
No, it won't be Prigozhin. It'll probably fall to the guy that replaced Putin as president back in the early 2000s. And Putin got reelected, however. So there you go.
Now, it'll just be interesting to see how much of the fuckery remains the same or gets worse.
Where's the meme he sent me?
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, no, that was on non-credible defense. Give me a second.
Well, if shit was burning in and around Moscow as far as military facilities go, yeah, the find out has pretty much hit the fan.
All right, here you guys go.
The Russian advance is about to turn on Moscow.
All right, the kill streaks have gotten the kill streak is now your own guys turning against yourself.
It's just that Todd closed caption, friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Oh, no. Scroll up a little bit.
This one?
There is no coup in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Yes, exactly what I was referencing with ML. That
There's
Simpsons meme.
There's no panic in the Moscow. Don't worry, they get excellent tech support.
Hello, your computer has virus.
Oh, no.
Let me check Wikipedia.
Let me check Wikipedia.
Well, there have been some interesting sources to get military equipment data.
Mhm.
But why aren't they going to the world of...
The War Thunder forums
Yes.
or Thug Shaker Central, which is
Light
now...
imitates art. We got
Or Discord channels for Minecraft.
Stop
Yeah.
being credible.
Dude starts a catering business.
Russian Civil War, yeah.
War. I need. Hi, NCD. I have a little request. Disaster relief has arrived.
No, that's what they.
Oh wait, it's closed.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly.
Well, I wonder what the Russian equivalent of Waffle House is.
There is time.
Vodka distilleries.
Search analytics for Swan Lake.
What's it say? The copium must flow.
Wait, where?
Scroll up a
Keep,
little bit.
keep,
Little
one more. Right
Oh,
there.
There.
There's one in particular I'm looking at.
Please, really nothing to see here. One ticket to Barbie, please. No, keep going up just a little bit. Oh, never mind.
Wait.
One more. Keep one more above. Keep on, please. Yeah, please disperse above that, please.
All right, there's one in particular I'm looking for that you guys will appreciate. Not this, but this one's good.
Uh-oh.
A lot of this is reposts. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Do any of you guys watch Arthur Ray on YouTube?
what's my what's with my TV? All I get is this dancing crap.
Do any of you guys watch Arthur Ray on YouTube?
The name's familiar, but probably not.
He's the Estonian soldier.
Oh, I've seen him a couple times earlier in the war.
He actually has kept pretty good tabs on the war. I haven't watched him lately because he hadn't popped up on my feed, but he's really good about breaking everything down. I need to go watch him tonight after this bullshit's over with.
Looking at a a few things that I'm gonna have to ask Jared and you
All
guys.
right,
know,
right. This
since
is the one. This is the one.
we have a lot of
To the world.
questions about submarines for obvious reasons.
Oh, go figure.
Russia #2 military in Moscow. Yep. It's
Not wrong. Not inaccurate either.
Dude, these are all so good. Oh, also the counteroffensive has finally begun. They are taking ground in Bakhmut and one of the other cities.
Wait. Scroll up to that one. One above that. I've spent the last hour or so trying to come up with a joke to describe the current situation in Russia. Unfortunately, nothing is more absurd or ridiculous than what is currently happening right now. The following images come from various Russian, pro-Wagner, pro-Ukrainian Telegram channels. Remember, none of this had to happen. The Russians could have left at any time. They didn't, so now we are here. The bed has been made. Now all that's left to do is to sleep in it.
now that pro-Wagner, pro-Ukraine, I would never have imagined throughout this war up until now that would have been a thing that would have been said in the same sentence. Just okay.
This Ow! Ow, my chest! Ow! Oh, that was good.
Well, you know, I know an Iranian immigrant to the U.S. who actually said that a lot of what goes on internationally is the CIA.
Fucking
Circumvent-
around.
Yeah. And we never get to find out because we're so good at hiding our tracks.
No, it's because we don't
There's
care.
nothing
as the
big
public.
happening in Russia right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I have to agree with Jay on that. It's not that they're so good at hiding their tracks. It's that the general U.S. public doesn't give a shit.
Jared?
Well, they
Look
never
at this
have
one.
given a shit, have they?
Oh, no,
And that's the problem.
no, there was a short amount of time where the American public did give a shit.
Well, the problem is that we really don't now
But-
because we elected a guy who managed to fall up.
Hang on.
Fall
Hang
three
on.
times upstairs.
Mute that shit, Tasty.
Yeah, that video.
Oh, it was playing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So there was a time that the American public actually did care enough to pay attention. And then the president's head blew up in Dallas.
Hey, have you guys heard about the CIA family jewels?
Look, Jared, it was Lee Harvey Oswald with a freaking Italian-made rifle.
Carcano. What's the Carcano?
It was a Carcano. Thank you. Okay, but hell, even his wife said that he could have done that. Okay, even his wife. She worked at Zales at County's Mall in Mesquite. I know. I met her personally.
But here's one question to think about.
Okay.
When a projectile the size of the bullets that were used enter then exit the human body, which hole is bigger, the entry or the exit wound?
Usually the exit wound. Usually.
One of the exit wounds was pointed towards where Oswald was.
No. And the
Back
reason
of the
why I say
head?
that is, no. The problem with that is that there was no autopsy performed in Texas under Texas law. The freaking Secret Service couldn't wait to get Kennedy back to Washington, and what little autopsy was performed was, according to the doctors who treated Kennedy in Dallas, in so
Botched?
much fucking error, it wasn't even funny. And that is in the Warren report.
And that's where something don't smell right.
Yeah, because why? Because you just had an assassinated president, the first one under what would be considered
In
the
100
Secret
years.
Service. Okay, but it was one under the Secret Service where the Secret Service didn't really have a foothold on the situation to begin with. The planning for that parade route was left to DPD. Okay, security was left to DPD. Overwatch was left to DPD. Guess what DPD didn't have in 1963?
Overwatch.
The ability to do that. They'd never had a president visit the town before.
My question with all this is why the fuck is Owl House being used for the meme format?
Because it's funny. Owl House is a good meme format. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I've never seen Owl House.
So why are
So
you complaining?
I'm just wondering why the fuck that would fit.
Scroll up. Go to Marge. A little more. Keep going. There we go.
Yeah, no! What? Sorry, force of habit.
Well, and like God's Auditor said in the chat, a lot of intelligence operations actually end up being more like controlled chaos. Very loosely controlled chaos.
Or was it, what's that movie? Those Who Stare at Goats?
Yeah, well, that's more about the
Execute.
experimentation.
Execute Order 60 Blade.
60
Hey.
bleep-ish.
My sister's watching. Hello.
Ooh.
Introducing my sister to military memes. Oh, no!
I have a Saddam patch.
Wow.
I may have to dip
I'm not
soon
calling you
because
out by
someone's being
name,
an
but I
absolute
just
fucking
happened
idiot
to
on Twitter.
see you in chat.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Here,
Yeah,
let's
I know.
let's switch over to the topics that Reds wants to talk about.
All right, let's go. I'm sorry, these memes are too spicy though.
Wait, there's
Wait,
yet
I actually
another
want to
idiot
talk
on
about
Twitter?
something.
Yeah,
I
more
thought-
than just Wagner being spicy.
Well, that's pretty much obvious. Yes, Russia has been in deep shit for a while now. It's not really. This isn't. Just to be completely frank here, this isn't surprising. Russia said that they were going to be able to overrun Ukraine in 3 days. Yeah, good luck with that. Didn't fucking happen.
You guys ready for the?
Let me make a not so surprising prediction just to end all conversation on it whatsoever. Russia will lose. Ukraine will be liberated. Crimea will be returned to Ukraine. I will die on this hill. End of story. No discussion. There is no argument to be had. Ukraine's going to win in totality. Russia is going to crumble. And if we're going to be completely honest, there's a 50-50 chance that Putin is going to get assassinated by the end of all this shit show. So there you go.
Oh, I gotta say one thing. How much you want to bet the special military operation in Moscow is going to last 3 days? And that's what the actual prediction was.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, so this Ocean Gate sub situation. So there was a flaw in its design, and does anyone want to take a guess on what that flaw actually is?
It's made out of carbon fiber.
No.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. You already figured it out.
Well,
Oh, wait, it was?
Yes.
there was
Oh,
a segment
that-
made out of carbon fiber, but
What?
Yeah.
That I did
the
not
main
know.
body under this
Yes.
is carbon fiber.
Yes. It's a titanium shell on top of carbon fiber.
There should be a titanium shell on top of a titanium shell.
No, it should be steel.
Yeah, you want the high tensile steel.
Yeah.
But
That works too.
But here's the problem with HY Steel. it is a fucking bitch and a half to work with.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
the
returns
Navy's
a lot
been
better
doing it
than
for, like,
titanium.
50 years.
I mean, if you're going to go down to the depths of the Titanic, you better put in the fucking effort.
Well, so let's
Well,
remember.
Wait a second, Jared. Remember, all these guys paid $250,000 a piece
To
to
die.
kill themselves.
for a realistic Titanic experience.
Well,
So,
they got the realism.
Oh, it was very
That's
realistic.
death is included in that. Imagine dying 111 years after the Titanic sank at the exact same spot the Titanic sank because you
Yeah.
paid for a realistic experience to see the Titanic.
They
But
got
here's
their
the thing.
money's worth.
Well,
Yeah.
I
here's
put
the,
them in the server earlier, but
Here's the thing, though.
Here's what I believe happened. The thing is that when you make a sub out of metal, it has the ability to deform a bit and still be relatively strong. It's actually quite soft, not in the human sense, but it can actually, take a dent or two. You can't do that with carbon fiber. Carbon fiber gets stress fractures within the weave itself. The multiple layers of carbon fiber will start to separate, and so after a period of time, those fragments, those weakened portions of the carbon fiber, will just make it so that your entire sub is doomed. It doesn't have the
Can't handle-
deformity capabilities that metal does.
Yeah, what was it? It's called cyclic fatigue. Am I get that right?
well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
correct. It has with every cycle that goes with every cycle that the sub goes, because this sub actually did make it to the Titanic, I believe, more than once. So it was a quote unquote proven vessel. But the problem is that every time they went down there and they put the structure underneath that much pressure, you were developing micro fractures or stress separations between the layers of the carbon fiber weave itself. And with metal, it can tolerate that and essentially quote unquote heal itself because it's flexible in that way to where it's not going to permanently damage the structural integrity of the sub itself.
Yeah,
when
it's the Young's
when
modulus.
those stress fractures happen within the carbon fiber weave, they're there to stay. They're not going anywhere. And the only way to fix the damn thing is to rebuild the damn pressure chamber itself with a whole new construction, all new weave, start from scratch. That's the only way you fix that shit, is to replace it.
Yep.
So I imagine with multiple cycles on the sub, eventually the stress fractures that did occur within the weave itself just got too much, and next thing you know, instant implosion. And when I say instant implosion, I saw some guy actually do the math on this on Twitter. I'll see if I can find the tweet. But it's like if you were to see something and react to it, like there's a fly that goes, next to your eyeball, and you blink and you swat it away. For your brain to realize that there's a bug getting close to your face and your reaction time to blink, it's about 125 milliseconds. This sub would have imploded within 1 millisecond. In fact, the implosion would have been so fast, it would have fucking liquefied you. So when reporters were asking, are they going to recover the bodies from the bottom of the sea, I'm like, there are no bodies. There's nothing left.
there's just goop.
It's
just
just
goop.
It's now what is it? Chum for the sharks.
You just get Thanos snapped out of existence, save for maybe your bones.
Like
I mean, the bones are
Didn't they find the
basically-
controller as well?
The
My fr-
bones are ground to nothing. Your body is essentially a giant bag of jelly at that point. Like I said, you get liquefied. And actually, because of the amount of force that is being exerted at those depths, I believe that when you compress a gas, you drive the temperature up. It's a simple law of chemistry. There would have been so much force and so much speed during that implosion that you could have actually not just liquefied, but also vaporized with the heat that would have been
Yep.
generated, basically like being on the inside of a diesel engine.
If someone said it was almost as hot as the sun, it would have you would have been toast.
Yeah, you would have been liquefied for the first millisecond and then made into a fucking ash within the second millisecond. So yeah, the only good news about this whole fucking shit show is that they felt nothing, and they at one point everything was going great, and then boom, lights out.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing that's come out recently with the acknowledgement that the SOSUS network picked it up, that it was a matter of minutes between the mothership losing communication with the submersible and the SOSUS network picking up a sonic event that is indicative of an implosion. So the whole thing about, well, they have this much air with them ultimately didn't fucking matter.
No.
Yeah, that was just a best guess.
Yeah, what was it? James Cameron said the same thing. He said after he got whatever information, he already made the determination it was an implosion, because when they lost signal, what was it? The transponder. When they lost the transponder right after communication, yeah, he kind of figured.
Yeah, he kind of figured, and he's got to know, considering that he went all the way down to the Challenger Deep.
Yeah,
and that's many. Was that like 3 times deeper than what the Titanic is resting at?
What was it?
The Titanic is 4,000 feet, and the forward viewport was rated for 1,300 crush depth.
Yeah. So let's see. So basically, with this, and he said the same thing, is that if you're going to make your hull out of composite, you have to realize what its limitations are. And unfortunately, that's not the right material to use if you want to go down to visit the Titanic, because the stress fractures are there to stay. With every single time you make a dive in a composite sub, you're going to get stress fractures, and they stay with the life of the sub at that point. And then you're just going to accumulate these over multiple dives until eventually it gets too much, and boom, you're dead. What James Cameron did with Deep Sea Challenger, that weird looking sub that actually went down upright, which is kind of a weird thing, but whatever. His pressure vessel was all metal, and it was a sphere, because that shape is naturally the strongest shape for outward pressure, pushing in. It's the strongest shape to resist that. And his pressure vessel, being all metal, was like 5 inches thick.
At least, it was 5 or 6 inches thick all the way around. He essentially took the design of the Trieste bathysphere and beefed it up a bit. That's what Cameron
he
used.
beefed that shit up like a motherfucker. So, but on top of that, he said that, listen, even though I'm using the optimal shape and the optimal material, I want people to realize just how much pressure is being exerted on that pressure vessel. The pressure vessel actually shrinks. And he says by a noticeable amount while you're inside it. Mm-hmm. The windows, which are many inches thick, literally bow inward.
Yep.
And I'm like, if I was in that pressure vessel that deep, I would be losing my goddamn shit.
Just
isn't James Cameron the actor that made it to the Challenger Deep?
Movie
director,
yeah.
As your hull starts to buckle.
I mean, he literally says that the entire sphere shrinks a little bit by a noticeable amount. And I'm like, the amount of balls on this dude.
I've seen it in real life. I know what he's talking about.
Well, and so here's something else to remember, people. Especially for the people out in the audience who don't recognize all this. For every 10 meters down in the water you go, you add another atmosphere's worth of pressure to you in all directions.
So that forward viewport was rated for 130 atmospheres. They went down to 400 atmospheres.
No, they attempted to go to down to 4,000 meters. They didn't make it.
They probably made it.
2/3 of the way at best before it
Yeah.
imploded.
And
Yeah.
also on top of that, one of the things that that people don't realize is that the original Russian subs that went down there, they also had a spherical pressure chamber. There weren't tubes with bell ends on each end. That's not the optimal shape. It's a good shape, but it's not the optimal shape. So if you really want to make sure that you are going to get the biggest bang for your buck, you want to go in a spherical pressure vessel, not an elongated pressure vessel. Because if you're in an elongated pressure vessel, you're just
You got weak
maximizing
points.
the area.
That's the controller from Titan, isn't it?
They think
Yeah.
so.
No, the Logitech shit, yeah,
Yeah.
that was very fucking weird. And the fact that it was wireless, I'm like, motherfucker.
Bluetooth probably or something.
You know, it's really
Yeah,
funny.
it is Bluetooth.
It's
Yeah,
pulled that
it's
from stores. They pulled that controller from their stores now. After the reviews
Yeah.
of causes loss of control in game, causes death in game. Yeah.
It's almost as if it's some kind of warning for what is now considered an industry standard. It's almost as if we shouldn't be using this in real life industries.
Hey, we
Yeah.
use the
Yeah, so-
Xbox
The
controller
video
in the Navy.
games,
What's
you
your problem with that?
morons.
Hey, Cal. We use Xbox and PS5 controllers in the Navy for various things on our submarines,
Are they
and it's
wireless?
wireless.
And for
Maybe
the drones.
You should fucking stop.
It's not the controller
No.
I'm scratching my head over. It's the fucking pressure vessel. You know, whatever. Controller be damned or something like that. They could use a goddamn joystick from a fucking Nintendo Wii. I don't give a shit. The point is that you made this vessel out of reinforced carbon fiber.
It was
Carbon
negligent
fiber
at best.
is not the material to use. You also made it into entirely the wrong shape. You made it an elongated pressure chamber that's suboptimal. You wanted to make it a sphere because a spherical shape is the best shape to have because it distributes the crushing pressure evenly all around the vessel, and you got to make that shit out of fucking metal. So, yeah.
One thing is if I'm not mistaken, I heard something about the guy who designed the submarine was like, yeah, I'm not going to get these middle-aged submarine designers to do it because that's not cool.
Oh, that was the
They're
CEO.
not cool.
That was the
Yeah.
CEO of the company.
Yeah, he was talking about inspiration and how we're pushing the envelope with new technology. But the thing is that, you know, these old timers might actually know a thing or two. Like, for example, that
How to design a fucking
well,
submarine.
well, that the hull actually shrinks. It compresses so much that it literally shrinks in diameter, and that carbon fiber is not meant to do that repeatedly.
Even then, it has a fine limit.
I mean, the reason why we make we make you know, supercars out of carbon fiber is because it's lightweight, it's very strong, and yeah, that's great. However, we're not sending fucking Porsche GT3 RSs down to the fucking depths of the Titanic. So you know, you got to use it for the right applications, bro, and that was the wrong application.
Well, here's part of it. You can, on a vehicle like that, use some components out of carbon fiber, but they have to be a flooded component where you're equalizing pressure inside and outside of it. So like the skid rails or the supports for the skid rails, those being made out of carbon fiber wouldn't have been a fucking problem. But
Yeah.
when you're trying to use that as a critical part of the pressure vessel, that really is the biggest thing. And it wasn't just the use of the carbon fiber on it. Did you take a look at how the opening to let the people into the pressure tank is connected in the way that it's handled?
Bolted.
Well,
it's
actually, the ring is a bolting fixture. However, the ring was actually glued into place.
right. And that's where there were issues there too. So they don't know exactly which component was the initial failure. Because here's the thing, when you have a ringed apparatus like that, that is being put into place by hand, even with a torque wrench, if you over torque it, you're stressing the componentry. So once you get at depth, that increase on that torque, that increased pressure can cause a failure.
Now, one additional thing that I am very, curious about is that there were 5 people on this, and each seat, so to speak, because there weren't actually seats on this damn thing, and if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to use a fucking bottle, but each seat on the sub cost $250,000. For 5 of them, that's $1.25 million. So you would think for that amount of money that along with the sub going down to see the Titanic, they would also have an ROV following the sub, just to keep an eye on things, to make sure nothing's gone fucky.
Yeah, but here's the thing with the ROV. All you would have been able to do in this sort of situation was, yep, they're fucked.
Yeah, well, that's actually, I mean, I don't want to say that's a good thing, but the very least you could have done is not waste everyone's fucking time. Be like, hey, Coast Guard, listen, we had an issue. Don't rush out here. There's really no rush. They're very, very dead. I mean,
They're
absolutely liquefied.
They have like 5 minutes left.
No, not even 5 minutes. More like not even 5 milliseconds. They were fucked. At those depths, an explosion would liquefy your ass and then turn you to ash, because the temperature would have spiked so high it would have gotten to the temperature of the fucking sun.
Well, so Jay can back me up on this one. The situation that they were in was not like what your average submariner deals with, where when you have a casualty aboard ship while you're submerged, there are other things that can happen that can injure and kill the crew before the vessel itself fails. But if you are at depth and you have that failure of the pressure tank, you're fucked.
Yep, totally fucked.
Yeah, because if you're lucky, you incinerated, vaporized, whatever you want to call it, before the hull is compressed. If
Hey,
you're
Jared.
not so lucky, it compresses and you didn't even know you got compressed and you're squished and
So
You're
it looks like
gone.
someone didn't sign off their checks.
Hmm.
And then there's nothing worse than being at a spot where, like the Kursk, when it went down in August 2000. The front half of the ship, yeah, they were all gone, done, toast. Fireball, the torpedoes blowing up and everything. The men in the reactor compartments and the engineering spaces in the aft suffocated slowly, painfully.
Yep.
But they
I
were
mean-
lucky that they only had a few hours of air, not days worth of air.
Yeah, the best outcome in this type of situation, unfortunately, is that they died instantly.
Yeah.
And
They
so
did not-
that's a little. I would hope that's a little bit of a relief for the families, even though this shit sucks objectively. Although, to be very clear, that is the best possible outcome that could have been hoped if they were in fact gone. Is that it was an instantaneous death, and I'm telling you, it is instantaneous. When they apparently when they got the ROVs down there, it was like, oh, this is the forward part of the sub. As soon as they saw that piece, they're like, yep, we knew exactly. We pretty much know exactly what happened. Although one question I have at this point, and I wonder if you guys know, being Navy people, who's going to investigate this? Is it going to be the U.S. Coast Guard? Is it going to be
NTSB?
Yeah, Canadians with the U.S. NTSB, because where it happened, it's actually closer to Canadian jurisdiction, but because of the people involved and the historicity of the site, they are going to pull in the muscle that the NTSB has.
So the NTSB is gonna. That's gonna be rich. I can't wait to see this shit.
The NTSB always goes into depth onto their reports, so it will be juicy, and there will probably be somebody found at fault.
Now, on that front, there was a document that every passenger had to sign that listed the word death, like what was it, twice or three times within the first paragraph. So. Yep. You had to essentially sign your life away, saying, yes, I understand that this craft might very well be a piece of shit and may kill me. I'm going to sign and do this anyway. Given the fact that they signed that shit, even if they're found to be negligent in their practices, could they actually be
absolutely
responsible for that?
Yes.
Absolutely. Negligence on the contractor's side does not mean you can sign away the right to death. If you sign away the right to death, that is you signing away you saying, hey, if it's my fault that I die, it is my fault, not yours. But if it is due to their own negligence, the contract means nothing.
Yeah, in that case,
what it is it's part of an indemnity waiver, and when it goes up to legal scrutiny after the investigation and analysis has been done, that indemnity waiver is going to have no weight behind it. The company.
Well, in that case, and that was my question, whether or not that piece of paper actually meant a damn thing, and if it doesn't, my response would be to sue the ever living shit out of them. Well, make it so that they can never operate ever again. Close that shit down, because I'm sorry, I mean, I'm not an engineer. I don't make submarines, but I would be, if you told me that, I didn't know this company existed first and foremost, but let's say, hey, I'm going to gift you a ride down to the Titanic, and I'm like, fucking awesome, that's great, can't wait. We go, we meet the crew, and everyone's nice. They talk about all the fancy shit they do. They say, oh yeah, we've made tens of dives down there, and it's a great time every single time we do. I'd be like, great. The very moment I was told that submarine was made out of fucking carbon fiber, I would have been like, nope, not today, Satan, not today.
No, it's because of that controller.
So here's your problem. You're a gamer.
But here's the thing, though, is that it is an explorers club that owns the submarine that probably has within its own bylaws, and it's an international explorers club. So wherever it's headquartered at, because obviously it's not
Everett, Washington.
US. Is it Washington D.C.?
No, Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington. Oh, they're fucked.
Yeah.
That's just straight up negligence on their part, and it's sad.
Yeah, it's their ownership of the submarine that's going to be called into question by the NTSB.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be we fucked around, we found out, and now we're all getting fucking sued.
Wasn't the NTSB a part of the Thresher investigation as well?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, because it was a Navy military vessel. They brought in people from Woods Hole to help locate and capture imagery for analysis, but it was entirely an internal naval matter on that aspect.
But here's the thing, is that it's interesting that the Thresher comes up, because Thresher was one of the targets of the original exploration that discovered the Titanic.
Yes, it was a deal that he made with the the person who was the scientist or whatever made a deal that, hey, if I find the Thresher, you let me look for the Titanic. The Navy's like, yes.
Actually, it was the Scorpion and the Thresher. He had to meet
Yeah,
both
both.
requirements.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
with
didn't know
his
about the
last-
Scorpion.
And with his last 12 days of finding the Thresher and the Scorpion, and he found those within the first 28 days, 22
He
days.
found them really quick because they used Sosa's data to triangulate where the Scorpion was, and then from there it was easy to pinpoint where the Thresher was, and then from there the Titanic. So it's like
But the Titanic, the Navy used as a cover-up to be like, oh, we were just looking for this, and they had their intentions for a while about looking for the Thresher.
Yeah, the Thresher and the Scorpion both.
No, they were looking for classified documents in the Titanic.
Yeah.
They were making sure it wasn't torpedoed by a German U-boat.
Yeah, even back then they wouldn't have been able to fucking tell.
It could have been torpedoed by a U-boat.
No, that was the Lusitania.
Yeah. Wasn't that its sister ship, too?
No,
No, the Olympic was the sister
it was
ship.
it was the Olympic, Britannic, and there was another one, wasn't there?
And
Four
Titanic.
ships?
No, it was the 3.
Yeah,
there's the three.
the Titanic was the first of the line, and then you can see the design changes they made in the other two when they came off the line.
Well, so
Titanic was second, actually.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Olympic was first.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Olympic
So,
was also the only one that wasn't the one that lasted the longest too.
Oh, isn't it that the Olympic and Titanic had a third propeller that was like turbine driven, so it couldn't be run in reverse for their middle propeller or something?
Yeah, they had two three-bladed propellers that were run by pistons, and the fourth was run by a turbine that was a four-bladed.
Wait, the Titanic?
Yeah.
All three of them: Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic.
Wait, there was 4 propellers?
3.
There's 3.
3
Center-
propellers.
Two three blades and one four blade.
Oh, okay, catch it.
Which is part of why it was able to go the speeds that they were when they would actually fire everything up. But part of that is they had design limitations because only the outboard 2 were reversible.
Titanic.
Because of it being a turbine driven.
Well,
What's it
it's
called?
the way it's not so much that it was turbine driven, it was the way the gearing is set up. The gearing was set up because it was direct line off of the pistons for the outer board. You can reverse the direction of the crankshaft. You couldn't do that through the reduction gear for the center.
Oh, if does anyone remember that one scene in Titanic when they're heading towards the iceberg and they use that weird ratchet comm system, and as soon as the engineering captain or head saw that shit, he was like, "Oh shit, we gotta act!" And then you saw these giant fucking pistons and cranks and shit, and then it just hit, like, now engage the reversing engine, and then it just fucking stopped. Did that shit actually happen? Is that an accurate representation of what they were doing just before they hit that?
Yeah, normally if you
Technology-
normally at a ship like that with 2 screws, if you want to turn it quickly, you will reverse the engines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way they made it seem is that shit, once they got the RPM slow enough, they could just fucking
Slam it.
jam it into reverse, and the fucking thing halted instantly, and it shook the entire ship when they did that.
Yep.
Who here has been on a Com 2X?
No idea what that
A
is.
few of them.
That is a shakedown cruise. What they
Yeah.
do, Reds, on aircraft carriers especially, that was my specialty. They turn one screw in reverse and they fire the others forward, and it causes a massive vibration felt throughout the ship because you've got 2 shafts turning forwards and another shaft turning backwards, either at half speed or at full speed, depending upon how many shafts that particular vessel has.
Hmm.
And it causes a massive, massive shudder. Now, imagine that the turbine engine is being fired full speed ahead, which was basically what we understand to be happening at the time the Titanic was headed to the iceberg. To suddenly have one screw reversed and the other two spinning forward to turn the ship one direction or another with the rudder would have caused a massive vibration throughout the ship, and it would have been felt throughout the duration of that one screw being twisted in reverse.
You'll also feel it when you do reversals, which is where you're going flank and then you go full reverse. The ship will shudder when you, as the pitch is being pulled back, and it'll start to shudder as well.
Yep.
Imagine that feeling when you're on a submarine. You're going flank, and then all of a sudden you do all back full.
Yeah, how often do you guys do that though? Because you're worried about the fucking cavitation too.
When we're not on active patrol, we would do drills related to that. But other than that, it's 3 knots to nowhere.
Yeah, we've done deep transit.
I know
as a
all
fast
about 3
attack.
knots to nowhere.
As a fast attack, we've done some high speeds before, like transits. But we're like guard dogs for the battle group. So.
And what was the 3? It was the Titanic, Britannic, and Lusitania.
No, the
Olympic. Okay, what the fuck was Lusitania then?
Lusitania was a completely different class of luxury cruiser.
That was converted into a troop transport for World War I, and was sunk by the. Well, actually, it wasn't a troop transport at the time it was sunk. It was actually more material.
Yeah.
With the guise of cruisers on board. So
it was Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic. Lusitania was a completely different class.
Yeah, different ship altogether.
Got it.
Well,
Lusitania,
Star Line, though.
Yeah, Lusitania. I think Lusitania got sunk in 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes.
But apparently all these bitches sunk. So
she was torpedoed.
Well, she was torpedoed.
Yeah, and
she was torpedoed, and then it was what was it? The coal dust that exploded.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
that was a claim, but actually she's been discovered to have been carrying war material, which included ammunition and other stuff, because they found unexploded ordnance on board the Lusitania.
Yeah, we know that's what I basically just said.
And Britannic was serving as a hospital ship during World War I, and she hit a mine.
Oh,
ouch.
Yep.
Well, I'm looking at the
my
wreck,
question is,
and it's mostly intact. I mean, the front end's kind of fucked up, but it's more intact than Titanic is. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's actually because of coral. Coral is because it's fairly shallow. It's getting coral incrustation, and it's actually protecting it from all the stuff that would actually eat away at the ship.
I see.
Unlike Titanic, where it's so far out and so deep, it's just being eroded away. That I forget the time frame, but in geologic terms, fairly soon, it's just going to be a stain on the floor, the ocean.
Yeah, in about 80 years, it's going to be a brown stain and 2 propellers. Or 3 propellers, because the bronze propellers are going to last for a very long time.
Yeah.
Isn't it true that there's also like wine still down there that's still drinkable?
I wouldn't say.
I doubt it. I mean,
the cork's probably been what's it called? Leaked
deteriorated.
through.
Well,
yeah.
At that depth, there's enough pressure to pop the cork into the bottle.
Yeah.
And that's a very realistic possibility.
It's not saying it's impossible. It's just highly improbable for that depth.
The most expensive bottle of wine ever.
From the Titanic, from some person in first class.
Yeah.
And
No,
Some dead person's wine.
From the captain's personal stash.
Oh, I saw this one meme about the Titan where it's like just ghosts dancing on the forecastle, and then it's just The Ocean Gate sub blasting past. Oh,
Now the Britannic, I see it's in shallow enough water that divers can actually reach to it, so that's pretty neat. But it didn't have it wasn't equipped with all the fucking luxuries of the Titanic, right?
Not at the time
it-
that it went down.
Yeah, it had been converted to a hospital ship for World War One, so it kind of had a lot of stuff stripped out of it as far as like the fancy stuff. But
I see.
I mean, when it was working as a cruise line, it was fairly close.
It was pretty fancy, but when it was actually doing, important work, it was like, okay, let's get rid of all this fancy shit. We don't need it.
Well, some of it gets in the way because you're going to have like whole decks that are just like gigantic hospital wards.
Yeah. I mean, hey, when you're you can be a luxury hospital ward.
Yeah, at some point, utility over form comes into play.
Yeah, makes sense. Although it's pretty neat that people can actually still reach this damn thing with just basic scuba gear.
I bet. Isn't it like deep or shallow enough that people can free dive to it as well? Or
Yeah.
is it,
Yeah.
Like no tank or anything.
It's only a few hundred feet below the water. So
Yeah, if you want to know another good diving spot for wreck diving, this one was actually a planned wreck off of the Florida Panhandle. The Oriskany was put down to be an artificial reef down there, and it actually settled upright.
yeah, they did that on purpose. They actually sank it up like the controlled demolition was to sink it upright.
Yeah, and they succeeded.
What
A first for the Navy.
Did you hear about the Chinese military stealing war shipwrecks?
Yep.
They're desperate for materials, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Well, no, it's
Well, they're scrapping
because
them for
pre-World War II steel is worth a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're desperate for materials.
Well, no, it's not just that. There are certain applications where you need non-radiated steel, and the only way to get non-radiated steel is from the shipwrecks of vessels that were built before the first atomic blast tests.
Or to make it in a lab with like oxygen.
Which, at that point, it's honestly cheaper just to scrap it from somewhere else.
Even in deep sea wrecks.
Yeah.
Yep.
But isn't it deep sea or shipwrecks are still owned by the nation and considered graveyards?
They are considered military graves, which is supposed to afford them certain protections, and that is actually the primary legal fuckery that China's doing by going after them.
But China doesn't care because they see the rest of the world as inferior, to put it
I mean,
summarily.
that's like, I can't say that on here. I'll type it in the chat. How do I do that?
There's a little button
Oh,
for
I
it.
see it now. There.
You can't blame them, though, in a way. Because they have been fucking with each other for how many centuries now?
What was it, 4 millennia at least? Just for China alone?
I mean, between the Chinese, the Mongolians, the Koreans, the Japanese, the Cambodians.
So, in game right now,
The Philippines.
a whole set of missions I completely didn't know
How to
about.
fix your- Yeah, Thierry has it right. China fucks around in waters that are controlled by other nations. What would stop them from fucking around in international waters? Nothing, and that's probably the point.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, China's building artificial islands just to extend their
Territorial claim.
territory. Yeah, their territorial waters. So, what is international waters to them, really?
Yeah. Hey,
New
so
playground?
I got something you guys might be interested in. It's a cybersecurity thing.
No, we're not doing your annual training requirement for you.
Damn it. No, I got one of these. Oh, shit. It's like a flash drive, but it's...
RSA key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that yet.
What?
No, there's other stuff and things going on that I know a few people on the panel are going to be interested in.
Oh God.
Yeah, but it's...
You're supposed to
That
mute
key is a
when
good
you
way
get
to
that
keep your
point.
data from being stolen.
And with that, I'm going to fuck right off. I got a video to finish, and hopefully it'll be uploaded fairly soon. Jared, more information about that thing coming later, all right?
Yeah, just tell him he's a bitch.
All right, peace out.
Jared, you were in the Navy. You were the Navy's bitch. You have no room to call somebody a bitch.
No, there's
Yeah, that makes him
something-
especially qualified.
Is
Yeah,
this about Sacred
No,
or someone else?
no.
The important
No.
word there, though, is were. Were.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore. And yeah, no.
Why is it when I see this picture,
Which
Jared.
I immediately think of I'm immediately thinking of Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear.
Hey, Jared. Oh no. If you want, we can do the what's it called hike next year. Fuji. You never
Well-
got to do it.
Well, okay, so that goes into a bigger topic that is going to have to be discussed off air.
Mhm.
So hold your horses, child.
Okay.
I imagine Jeremy Clarkson's head fitting just fine in that outfit. And him saying that he drew a gentleman's sausage somewhere in Moscow with a tank.
Oh, that freaking meme tech.
What
It really,
meme?
the one tech has shown, it really is. Me getting upset and throwing the controller, everyone else on the submarine. I mean, what if something like that is what happened on there? I mean, did they have a black box that could tell us what actually took place inside the vessel before it failed? Don't know.
A
Would the
black
probably
box
not-
would likely not survive that.
Yeah, because if the
Judging-
transponder went and imploded with it, yeah, I don't think a black box would have.
Well, no.
Based
but-
upon the design philosophy of the builder, I would say no.
It's not gonna fail. Bruh. The Titanic submarine Titanicked itself.
I've got this idea though. Now, hear me out. I call it the Chernobyl experience. For $250,000, you get to ride in on a used golf cart wrapped in aluminum foil, controlled by a Amazon Basics wireless gaming controller, and then camp out overnight next to the elephant foot.
No.
Who wants to sign up?
I'll do it for 200.
200 pennies, got it.
Oh, I was meaning 200 buckaroonies.
$200?
Golf cart
yeah.
gas costs something.
Tell you what, when you get a chance to tour the Reagan, ask to go inside the reactor, not the reactor space, inside the reactor vessel itself.
I'll do it. No balls. I'll do it.
Film it.
I can't.
Well-
That's a secret space.
Well, no. Here's the problem with filming it. The video wouldn't survive because of the radiation.
Oh, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
When it comes to reactor compartment, it was funny. When I was doing my aft checkout for my quals, I was doing it with the engineering chief, CPU chief back there, and we were in port. The reactor compartment was open,
Oh.
and we had I couldn't even remember which one it was. We had taken one of the radiation detectors. I can't remember which one it was. We had a few aboard, and we were actually getting less radiation in the reactor compartment than outside of it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That sounds about right. The same thing kind of happened when we opened up ours during our conversion.
Reactors are incredibly safe.
Yeah, the shielding of the reactor shielding is actually shielding just ambient radiation.
And reactors are safe only if they're operated correctly. That's the people in Pripyat.
I'm sure they're fine.
Or the people who were in Pripyat.
I'm sure they're fine.
Well, the Navy does take reactor safety pretty. We've never had a nuclear reactor incident. So.
Knocking on
Well,
plywood.
well, not to the extent of the Russians, ever. The closest we got nationally was 3 Mile Island, but even
Well,
then,
I'm supposed to talk about the Navy. Like the
oh,
US
Navy,
Navy's
yeah,
never-
we've never had.
Civilian reactors, totally different story.
Well, I'm sure we can get a couple paper clips, rubber bands, and we'll get it to MacGyver.
You forgot the bubble gum.
Oh yeah, bubblegum. Or no, fried. You got to have the fried egg too.
The fried egg is the rad detector. Come on now.
I know there's radiation because it starts to cook.
Yeah. If it gets burnt, you've got too much.
I want just a little bit of black on the very edge, but that's it.
Yeah.
So the video I was showing earlier, Jared, with Kyle Hill in it,
Mhm.
it actually was more interesting for what was after the submarine talk. So he did a live stream yesterday about the submarine, but apparently he had called out another YouTube channel as being possibly science scammers, specifically a channel called Riddle. And the
Interesting.
crew at Riddle took offense to that. So they made a response video about it. And it was actually kind of funny to watch because it's like they strawmanned him so bad, but at the same time, he couldn't admit that he wasn't wrong for causing inference. It's worth a watch.
Which one you
It's
can't
almost
get
2 hours long, but it's worth the watch.
No one goes back to Titanic for this.
Bruh. I can't wait to see the lawsuit that comes out of the whole.
It'll be more than one, most likely.
Oh yeah,
Will be-
because there's gonna be that one with the 19-year-old's father basically coercing him to there.
Well, that would be something handled by the British courts more than likely.
This is probably going to go to international courts.
I would think so. It's international waters, but never know.
Well, there will be certain parts of it that are going to be U.S. based because of the company being based in the U.S.
Makes
Other
sense.
parts of it will be like the French sailor's family.
Mhm.
They might end up suing him in France. I mean, I don't know if they can or not, but
And Logitech will get sued for the controller.
How is it the controller's fault though?
They're going to find fault somewhere.
it ran out of battery life. Didn't you know the controller was powering the whole thing?
God damn it!
Now, what was really inside the sub, no one really mentioned, was it was blurred out. They had a hand crank for the propeller in the back.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
no.
The funny thing about the controller though is that's like the least sus thing about the boat.
I know.
I know.
No, and one button. There was one button.
It's not. It's not a submarine. It's a submersible. It had a mothership. There's a difference.
But the fact that I've been seeing people complain about the controller and stuff, I'm just like,
But why
Laugh
is it
in the US
industry
Navy.
standard?
I mean, they were literally starting to build those photonic masks that the subs started using for the controllers for this Xbox controllers for it, and then
But
upgraded to why? Because
why the controllers?
because you're not having to actually look through a periscope, so you have to rotate it somehow. You have to be able to switch through the various photonic spectrums that they're scanning with.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember which boat it was. One of the boats started doing it, and they actually did it because initially it used a joystick,
Yeah,
but it's
That
just
costs like
easier to
7
control with an Xbox 360 game
It was-
controller.
it was the FTs on a boat that figured it out. They were looking at the schematics of the connection of the joystick with the connection and saw that there was actually a path to create a USB connection with the Xbox controller, and then they eventually figured out that in later iterations they could do it wirelessly, so the captain could literally be sitting back and looking at it, and then he can override it and go back and be like, "Hey, what's this?" and then toggle through the various things. Now I'm just waiting for like the officer of the deck is going to be driving, diving, pumping sands, doing everything himself with an Xbox or PlayStation controller, and he has to remember the different button combinations to be able to actually launch a torpedo. Konami code, basically.
Left, right, A, B, left.
No, it was up, down, left, right, BA, start.
BA select start.
Up,
for
down,
2
down,
players,
left,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna look this up.
What?
All right.
Because-
Up, down, down,
Up,
left,
up,
right,
down,
left,
down,
right.
left, right, BA start.
Okay. Yep.
Sometimes select.
Infinite lives. On
It wasn't infinite. It was what, 30 lives or something like that?
No, it was 99.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, the Virginia has already reduced the 4 ship control party down to 2.
Yeah, they're starting to. The Navy's starting to pull back with ships.
Because instead of having a diving officer, chief of the watch, a helmsman, a plainsman, you just have a pilot and a co-pilot.
I mean, do you see that as a bad thing?
It takes a useful skill out of the hands of some of the junior enlisted, making them useful bodies.
You got to have the cook there too. He gives his insight.
No, the cook's only job is to make sure that there's enough sliders, enough pizza, and enough
Yeah, I
hardtack.
gotta tell you, the culinary specialist or mess specialist we called him back when we were in. Yeah, they don't stand any other watches.
They don't need to. They don't even stand import watches.
Nope.
Why would they?
On ours, they stand import.
They don't stand any. Yep, there you go.
What?
I think I actually know this guy.
Okay, I'm going to hell for laughing at that.
What?
Touch screens.
All right, I'm heading out. I'm going to go play Call of Duty because funny.
No, you got to play Barrel Trauma,
Barrow Trauma. What's that?
a submarine game.
Oh yes.
Me and Leon have played it so many times that we've sank.
We never did get to actually do that here on the channel. Like,
How many
I can't-
people can you play Barrow
last
Trauma
year.
with?
I can't remember.
Is it like up to 4 per submarine or something?
Oh, the submarine can have up to 12 or more crew members, but you can do 4 multiplayer. But then you have AI bots.
Yeah, and they get to be pains in the ass.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, holy shit.
I'm looking forward to that modern Navy warfare game. Modern naval warfare.
So,
I'm
Cincinnati
looking
Reds have gotten
forward
their
to
first.
Starfield and Homeworld 3, but Homeworld 3 got pushed back to February instead of releasing this month. Which sucks, but they want to make a good game.
So, Cincinnati Reds got their first cycle for the first time since 1989.
It is $42. Is it worth
Damn.
$42?
That I don't know.
Submarine Go alarm noise. All right, I'm convinced to buy it.
Wait, wrong one. There you go.
That was kind of quiet.
I know. I actually have it turned down a bit.
But why would you do something like that?
Because I don't have it. I don't have an internal sound system that's connected to yet to scare people.
You can
Oh,
get
yeah.
12 people in one submarine in Barrow Trauma.
All right. Is this on Steam?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
Barrow
40
Trauma's
bucks
on
though.
Steam.
Actually, you can do a max of 16 players multiplayer.
Ooh.
You guys want to all drop money on Barrow Trauma?
I already
I
have
already
it.
have
Already
it in my
have it.
library. I've just never.
It's
installed
gotten
it.
a lot better in the last few years since it came out, but yeah, the bots still kind of suck sometimes.
Okay, so is this going to be our end of stream game? It's just Barrow Trauma if
Oh,
everybody
shit.
gets it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I would have to install it.
Jared, you're captain.
Ugh.
Well, it could be worse. You could be the electrician.
Let's see here. How far
Mhm.
down is Barrow Trauma on my list?
I just bought it. We better be playing this.
Yeah, was it captain, engineer, mechanic, medical doctor, and security officer are the duties.
Yeah, you realize how long it's been since I've even loaded the game, let alone
Oh yeah,
have done anything in the game.
you'd probably want to go back through all the training.
Yeah.
I never
there a lot?
completed my training.
There's several training. There's the basics, and then how to go through each rule, what each rule is responsible for.
Oh yeah, I last touched Barotrauma in April,
Yeah, I know. It's
early April of last year. Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, what's on my
Sounds
wish
like
list?
you guys wanna fuck around and see if we can figure out how to play.
oh, jeez.
No, I say we play Kursk.
Oh.
I'm kind of still in the middle of a factory game right now.
Factorio.
Oh
No,
shit!
Captain of Industry, and I've just recently finished carving through a small bit of a limestone deposit to get up to this upper terrace and start clearing trees for wood.
I didn't realize 6 Days in Fallujah was finally launched in early
All right.
access.
So,
Yep,
am I being
that's
forced
released.
into the engineer job slot because I'm an engineer?
No, you got to be the doc.
Why?
Silver
Because-
Bullet. Silver Bullet fixes everything.
Exactly.
All right. I got the game. It works.
You're probably gonna use a Logitech controller, aren't you?
I'm using my. Do you still have my Xbox controller, Marlo?
You don't want to know what he's using it for.
It probably has the Rumble pack in it, doesn't it?
Oh,
All controllers in the bit. Don't worry about it. I'll just play it on keyboard.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a giant quartz deposit on my island. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely. I would definitely recommend before we try to do multiplayer, do the tutorials, just so you know what you're doing. If not, we're gonna have a flooded submarine within 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Especially if you have to restart the damn reactor. Oh yeah, if you don't restart the reactor right, you'll catch it on fire.
I've done that a few times. It was fun.
Oh yeah, I've done that. And then some of the missions you can get where you can actually you're part of the security detail to attack a pirate base that you dock to. So you're supposed to go on board the base and kill everybody.
Hey, Burns, let's get this shit started up.
Oh jeez. I'm already. I'm in the menu selection.
I'll load it up. I'll exit Modern Warfare.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Burns is cruising for a bruising though.
Why?
Because you're his shipmate.
Oh, he's a shipmate now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What happened to Furball? I haven't heard from him in a while.
He has been busy.
He has this thing called a life.
Unlike all of us.
Yeah. Echoes.
No,
you
he
should
has
probably
this-
get one.
No, Jay Brown, let's correct this. He has a thing called Terrace.
I did not. There's more going on than just that.
Well, yeah.
That explains why he hasn't gotten back to me on my request for his peer review then, huh?
Do you have to build your own submarine to play, or is there like...
No, you
there's
can.
presets.
Yeah, that's presets. As you play the game, if you play single player, so you earn money that you can swap out your subs eventually, get bigger ones. The
Jared,
bigger
you got
subs.
the game downloaded?
Like I said, I've had the.
Oh god, this game is loud.
Yeah, you want to definitely turn the volume down.
I've had the game. I have not booted it up in God knows how long.
Yeah, I last
Awesome.
touched my copy in over a year. So that was probably around the same time.
So I'm just blindly going into this game. I'm not looking about what it's about.
Oh, you're gonna have fun then.
Just make sure you put your EV suit on before
That
you
is
or
the worst piece of pizza I have ever seen.
Oh my god, that's nasty.
pickles on pizza.
Thank you. I hate it.
There was someone else on
That's worse.
a
That's
YouTube
worse.
short that tried making a pickle pizza. The pizza caught fire and then slid to the floor. And then it cuts away to someone else laughing his ass off, going, "The pizza killed itself and almost took you with it."
Jeez.
That's worse. Pineapple on pizza.
No, not even pineapple. Fuck off.
Get fucked.
Pineapple, bacon, and black olives is a good combination.
Jared,
Do not desecrate his memory like that, Jared. Damn.
pineapples don't belong on pizza. That's a pickle.
No, and that's where I said, when this came up, I said, thank you. I hate it. But there was the mention of pineapple on pizza, and yes, it is acceptable as long as it is paired with the proper other toppings, which needs to be thick cut ham or bacon. And if you really want to ratchet up the flavor a little bit, sliced black olive.
And Psystrike would have shot you.
Oh, he and I would go round and round about that.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wish you were here. Ooh.
Who?
Oh, before your time, child.
Yes.
What happened
Yes.
to Main Gun, man?
Life took him away from the computer, but last I heard, he is still kicking and pissing people off.
Hell yeah. I think I've talked to Main Gun once, but I remember him. Maybe twice.
I remember when Boole was rumored to, well, no, not rumored, was pronounced no longer here.
Oh, okay. Who wants to take a guess the last time I played Barotrauma?
Oh, jeez.
2021.
2019.
No, I know when, because it was when I first got Barotrauma, and I haven't picked it up since.
I'll give you this. It's not quite the perfect day.
September 11th.
No, I will say this. It is a little over a year ago.
April 19th.
Close.
April 2nd.
April
April
21st.
21st.
No, Cal got it April 2nd last year.
Because that's the only time I touched it.
So, Jerry, can you read the comment above his head?
Canadians turned it. Oh, the Canadians are catching up. I like it.
You know the reason that we haven't signed the War Crimes Treaty is because
Because most of what
Believe
we
in-
do would be considered a war crime.
Fine.
yeah, that. And we also, our military is very strict on that kind of action against individual
Yeah,
soldiers.
I mean, yeah, the history behind Canada in armed conflicts is absolutely shocking, man. They are absolutely warriors. They don't leave anything on the table. And yeah, I mean, this comment is at least somewhat accurate.
I think I know another game we could play that would probably be a bit more fun.
What?
Whiplash.
No, I'm updating Among Us right now.
Oh yeah.
God.
All right. Since you mentioned Among Us, I'm out, guys. Good night.
Are we actually doing Among Us?
We could.
I'm kind of.
That game should probably be left in the lockdown.
2020.
Yeah.
Well, we last played it in December of 2021. It hasn't been that bad.
It's just kind of stale now.
But it's all about the people you play it with.
That is fair.
Oh god, they have a version in VR.
Yeah.
Yes. And they now have, what was it, 16 player support instead of just 8?
Jeez.
10.
Rodent, that's not a pizza anymore.
What? No. Don't send it to me.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Oh no.
I'm sharing this with the stream.
It's safe to share on stream.
Oh, I know it is.
Share it then.
I was the original one who posted this on the internet. That's weird. I echoed.
But was the echo tasty?
It was probably tasty.
Yeah, what's up? I want to see this horrid pizza.
Hold
on.
This is what happens when you try to cook a pizza too close to a reactor.
Oh no.
Mm.
No, Jared, this is when you don't read the directions.
Shh. That's the other option.
No.
When you forget the cardboard.
Hold on.
Oh.
I have to.
The cardboard is there for a reason, people. Please use it.
But there are some times it says if you want the crispier crust, don't use the cardboard.
So then what the fuck happened to that pie? Wrong dough mix?
Magic?
Okay, where the fuck
Maybe
is
magic on a flat earth.
This sauce.
God, was it really that long ago? Jesus Christ.
Yes. Whatever it is, yes.
Maybe it wasn't frozen, and yeah, not intended for the wire, direct on the wire rack. That would do it.
Oh. Yup. That makes sense.
Oh fuck. I see an abomination of a game in my library on Steam.
Uh-oh. Spermination?
No. What other cursed game would be in that list, Burns?
Oh, Hand Simulator?
Yes.
I
thought you were going
have
to say
that.
genital jousting.
I don't have Hand Simulator.
I do have that other one though. The Jouster.
Okay, let me put it this way. I played Hand Simulator for a grand total of 85 minutes.
Is that the game where you have to load a gun and then shoot yourself with that
Yeah.
hand where you have to control?
That is
Two
one
hands.
that is one of the things that you can do in that game.
But yes, I think there's also a bomb defusal mode.
Oh no! The one we had fun was trying to pull the pin on a grenade and throw it.
Yes.
Why is the filament purple?
Hey, what we can do is we could play. I have a copy of.
That helps.
I am absolutely
Keep talking.
baffled
I have
by
keep
the
talking.
heating element being purple.
If you really want to have fun,
Color grading.
we can do keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yeah, I was saying that I have a copy of that.
That's a
Wait, what?
That was the edible bits.
Oh, jeez.
That's a waste of pizza.
No, the underside of all the rest of this,
Yeah.
Was
black.
charred.
Oh, I believe it. That's what I said. You showed the edible bits. I'm like, yeah.
So you guys want to play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, or Barotrauma, or something else?
I'm interested about the one of trying not to explode because
Oh, the
I'll
actual
install it.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb defusal game.
Yeah, here. I'm putting a link in chat.
You think that's fun to try to do as a group? Is try Tin Can.
Go to that website I just put in the call messages.
Yeah, that'll give us the defusal manual.
So
And what
Jared,
makes the game even better? They say is if you're running it in VR.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not setting up my VR for it though.
Yeah, no.
All right, I
No.
just launched the game.
So, Jared, this is my future podcast console.
So you guys can't see what I see.
No, we can't see the bomb. You have to describe it to us.
Yeah. It's asymmetric co-op.
Okay. What is the code on your bomb defusal manual that I just gave you?
Code 241.
Got it. Verified. I know how to play this game.
It's the other red wire. The other red wire.
I'm colorblind, damn it!
Yeah, that would suck.
Was it red green or red green red?
And this what is it? How many pages is this thing? This thing has got so many pages to it.
How do I skip this fucking
23 pages. This is 23 pages long.
All right, bombs. The
Yeah.
first bomb. Are you guys ready? We have 5 minutes the second I click.
Okay.
How many modules is it?
It's 3 modules, 3 strikes.
Yep.
All right, you guys ready?
Hang on, I'm trying to.
Yeah, you can load it. You can either load it in the web page or download it as a PDF and open it.
Well, I have it up. It's like, okay, so it's subject assignment says who's on first. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there's all kinds of little
Modules.
mini
Yeah.
games.
It depends on the module you try to tackle first.
Oh boy.
All right. Since you know how to play this, Burns, you want to just start off between me and you so you can get everybody to kind of
jeez.
understand
Yeah.
what's. All right.
Give me a second here. Okay. Okay. Push the button. Let's get us started.
All right. I'm started. I don't think it starts till you actually pick it up.
Probably. Should have a clock on it when it starts typing down.
On the subject of, oh.
All right. So I have a white abort button, the cryptographic one, and wires. Those are my 3 modules.
Okay, so you got the big button that has a text in the middle of it.
It says abort and it is white.
Okay, abort. Okay, I'm looking here. Is the check for batteries? Is there more than one battery?
The button is.
I got 2 double A's. It looks like. Yeah, I have 2 battery modules.
Okay. And you said, and the bomb indicator's lit.
The bomb indicator. What do you mean by that?
There's is a lit indicator with label. Oh no, nope. There might be an indicator like in the. I'm looking here. Okay. You said it's white and it says abort.
Yeah.
Okay. If bomb is white and lit, nope. The label doesn't say. Okay, because the label can say different things. It's like okay, so. If none of the above apply, hold and refer to releasing a held button. Oh shit. Yeah.
No, I have batteries though. I have multiple batteries.
No, I know that, but I'm going by the instructions it gives me here. So because you said it's white and it says abort, and the only options it says that works is if none of these apply, hold down the button, and then we refer to releasing a held button. So you hold the button. Hold the button down, you click and hold it, and you should get a colored stripe that'll light up next to it.
White.
White
So-
strip. Release when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position.
That didn't work.
Oh shit. Never mind.
It's yellow now.
When 5 in any position.
Didn't work.
Oh, that's second strike.
All right, I got it randomly. Okay, let's go to the symbol one.
Oh
I have
shit.
an X with an I in it, a little curly O, half a 3, and then it drops down like somebody got murdered, and a star.
Oh shit.
The fuck? What was the
There's
first?
there's 4 symbols. Yeah, so it's an X with an I in it. Oh, I see it. Fourth column, fifth one down. I see it. Okay.
So
Okay.
I have a star, a 3 that looks like somebody got murdered halfway through drawing it, and then a curly O with a C.
Okay. Only one column below has all 4 of the. Press the 4 buttons in the order their symbol appears from top to bottom within that column. Oh shit.
So we'll let the audience.
We got a
see
minute
the-
30 left. It's going double time.
Yeah, because we hit
2
two
strikes.
we had 2 strikes. That's why. Oh, so it's been a while since I played this. I'm a bit rusty.
We're gonna blow up. It's okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
learning thing.
So star, murder 3, C with an O in cursive, and then an X and an I. Do you see those?
I
1
see the
minute.
X in the eye. C with a dot is what you're talking about.
No, a C with a circle. It's like a C. It's a cursive
third-
C, and it goes into an O.
So it's the third column.
Third column. Oh, there it is. Okay, so what do we have to do? Press the 4 buttons in the order the symbol appears. So C within a circle first.
The
That's
what?
the copyright signal. That's the
Look,
copyright
like
symbol.
that's a copyright. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, see what the
Star
circle is.
3, murder 3, and then X and I. 11 seconds. Oh, we're fucked.
X and I murdered 3
3
star.
star. Yeah, that's what it been. No, there should be 4 icons.
We lost. All right,
That's
let's
okay.
retry this.
It's a learning process.
Yeah.
It gets even worse when you have more modules and less time.
Okay.
Hey, Jared, I got a picture to share.
All right, I got a blue button that says press.
Oh shit.
All right, hang on.
Yep, no worries.
No, go ahead, Jay. Blue button, but it says abort.
No, it says press. Yeah.
Button is away.
Jared, you should get this game. It's like $10, and then you could stream it to everybody, and we can. While you stream it, we can just not see it because you're not just see each other's shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Okay, I don't see any of the pre-described instructions, so you're gonna have to hold the button. Start holding the
All right,
button down.
Blue.
Blue strip.
4.
Release when the countdown timer has a 4 in any position.
All right, good to go. Good to go.
Woo!
All right, wires. I have a white, yellow, blue, black, white.
Okay, let me get to the page that has the wiring. Fuck, where is it?
Okay, so 6 wires.
Yeah, it's 6 wires.
If there are no yellow wires and the last digit of the serial number is odd, cut the 3rd wire.
There's a yellow wire.
Otherwise, if there is exactly 1 yellow wire and there is more than 1 white wire, cut the 4th wire.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cut. Good. We're back to the symbol one. Upside down question mark. C with a dot. Balloon, and then a really fancy cursive H.
Okay, hang on here.
3:30 on the timer.
Okay, so we've got
So upside down question mark, cursive H. What were the other 2?
C with a
Balloon.
dot,
C with a dot.
balloon, C
And the
with a
balloon-
dot, cursive
Bal-
H.
balloon, C with the dot, cursive H, question mark.
We passed. with
Second
3
column, I
minutes,
think.
7 seconds.
Wait, we survived that one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
With 0 strikes. Defuse.
Nice.
perfect run.
Okay. Something old, something new. You guys ready?
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, I started it. Timer doesn't start till I touch the bomb, I don't think.
Mazes, passwords.
All right. So I have a number thing, the symbols thing, and wires. Which one do you want to do first?
Symbols.
Hang on, number.
Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on a keypad. It has 5 dots and a 3 in a little screen. I don't know what that module's called.
Not Simon Says.
No.
Not knobs, not capacitor discharge, venting
No.
gas.
It's
Oh,
just
does
a, it's just a
ahead.
screen with a 3 and 4 numbers under it and 5 bars.
Oh, okay. It's page 11 on the subject of memory. It's called.
Okay,
Okay.
we're there.
Yep. Press the correct button to progress the module to the next stage. Complete all stages to disarm module. Pressing an incorrect button will reset the module back to stage 1. Button positions are ordered from left to right.
All right.
All right.
What is
I have-
the... Okay.
What is displayed on?
A 3. And the
3.
buttons are in order left to right. 4, 2, 1, 3.
Okay,
Press-
if the display is 3, press the button in the third position for stage 1.
Copy. Green light.
Stage 2, what is the number?
2.
If display
Press
is
the
2,
button
press
in the same position.
as you pressed in stage 1.
Copy. Got
Stage 3, what is it?
it. 1.
Press button with same label as you pressed in stage 2. Same label.
Same label. So what was that number?
So
Okay,
th-
I had to
it should be
restart.
the-
I
okay,
fucked up.
so stage 1, it should be the third position. Then
It's
it's
no, I have a
same-
1 this time. I have a 1 this
Oh,
time.
it reset
Second
itself.
position. If 1,
All right.
press the second position.
All right, I have a 2.
Press the button in the same position as you pressed in stage 1.
What number is that? What number is
3.
that button? Okay,
3.
keep that in mind.
Another 2.
So another.
press the
So
button
it's
with the
2
same
again?
level. 2 again.
Same.
Same label as stage 1.
Fuck. We fucked up. We fucked up.
Because your memory sucks. Your memory sucks.
We fucked up. All right,
Okay,
my memory
wait.
does suck.
Stage
All right,
1.
we're
what is it?
restarting. That was hard.
Wow.
All right,
yeah,
let's start.
you need to work on that.
Let's start with wires or symbols first. Oh no, it's symbols and button. I have a hold button, blue.
Hang on. Getting there.
Uh,
Hold button, blue.
Oh, subject of the button. That's the name of that one.
If the button is blue and says abort, hold button and refer to releasing held button.
Nope.
It's just blue and says hold.
Hold.
Nope. No.
How many batteries?
If
I have 1 big one, 2 small ones. No, 2 big ones, 2 small ones.
No, but the button doesn't say detonate.
Yeah, the shirts work really well. I'm actually wearing.
So, if none of the above, start holding the button down. A colored strip will light up to the right based on the color.
Yellow.
Release it. Yellow when the timer shows 5 in any position.
All right, good to go. We passed.
All right, next
Symbols.
Symbols.
Subjects of keypads, okay?
All right, I got a puzzle piece. It looks like an H. A, E, an omega sign, and a 6.
Okay. What
E,
were so?
What?
So you
Yeah,
so you said an omega, a 6, a puzzle piece, and what?
A and E kind of smashed together.
yeah. Okay, so it would be 6 puzzle
Six
piece
column.
AE omega.
Good. All right, now the horrible one. We have a 2, 4, 2, 1, 3.
What? Module?
Subject of memory again?
Yeah,
What's the display showing?
2.
Press the
Second
button
position.
in the second position.
Copy. That was a 2. 1.
Press the button labeled 4.
3.
Third position.
2.
2. First position.
Which is 2.
Yep. And then 3.
Press the button with the same label you pressed in stage 4.
Ooh.
That was a 2. We passed.
Yay, we did not die again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like this game?
Interesting.
It's interesting, but I would also like to be able to kind of see it.
Here, I'll stream it to the, what's it called? It's just if you're actively defusing, don't look at it.
Yeah. Well,
fair enough.
But we are about to call it because
yeah.
I have shit to do around the house to finish up tomorrow. Ooh.
So this is what it actually looks like. 6 modules, 3 strikes.
Hang on.
And you use your mouse to drag around and stuff.
Okay.
As soon as it loads here.
Yep.
There.
I can't see it.
There.
There we go.
Yeah, it just takes a while.
Yeah, there's a bomb that has like multiple iterations of every module.
Yeah.
It's called Cerberus. And you have, what, an hour to defuse it?
There's one, I'm looking at the workshop.
Oh, mods. Yeah, there's mods for it.
Yep.
Yeah, this game's gotten better too since it first came out.
Well, they're actually making shit better. Good for
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, different modules too. You can get all kinds of mods. Oh, RGB chess. Oh my goodness, that would be hard.
No.
I saw that on one of the modules.
I'm looking for the elevator module.
Oh shit.
Where you can get up to 99 bomb modules in one.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
as long as they're all red balloons, then we're good.
No.
99
no
Luft
chance.
balloon.
No
Yeah, well-
chance of it being red balloons.
So with that, I'm gonna press some buttons, and then we'll see what other shit happens that the public is not going to be privy to.
Uh-oh.
My bell to be a special subscriber.
Who is that?